Unanimous consent that the quorum call be vitiated.
Without objection.
Mr. President, the government is on the verge of a Democrat-caused shutdown, a shutdown of the government of the United States of America. Senator Schumer has sent us a ransom note. It's not about a negotiation, it's about a shakedown. That's what we're facing here today in the United States Senate. Schumer's ransom note, it's not about keeping the government open. It's about caving to the far left, the radical wing of his party. It's pure politics, it's political theater, and every Democrat in this body knows it. This afternoon, my colleagues are going to be meeting at the White House with the President of the United States. The American people deserve to know what the Democrats are demanding. So let's take a look at this $1 trillion demand note. They're demanding more than $1 trillion in new spending to keep the government open for just 4 weeks. They want permanent new spending to continue the Biden COVID bonus payments. Now, they want, believe it, they want sanctuary cities to continue to give free health care to illegal immigrants. At the same time, they threaten to defund the Border Patrol. They want to send billions of dollars to foreign countries, but they want to slash billions of dollars to help rural hospitals right here in America. That's what the Democrats are proposing in their ransom note. They want to subsidize free health care for people who refuse to work, who are working-age individuals and are healthy and ought to have a job. Yet they threaten the paychecks of the people whose job it is to keep our country safe. They demand this far-left wish list, or else they say they're going to shut down the government at midnight tomorrow. The biggest scam in this ransom note is these COVID-era Biden bonus payments. Democrats are demanding $400 billion to continue these subsidies forever. Well, let's remember that Democrats created these Biden bonus COVID subsidy payments during COVID in 2021. It was part of their reckless tax and spending bill. They passed it when they controlled the House, the Senate, and the White House. At the time that Biden started these bonus payments, most people realized that COVID was already behind us, but that didn't stop them. Democrats extended the payments again in 2022, and they set the expiration date for December of 2025. That's about 3 months from now. Democrats promised at that time when they put them into place that the Biden COVID bonus payments would be temporary. They weren't intended to last forever. Now, the Democrats in their ransom note to the Republicans and to President Trump is they want these temporary payments to go on forever. Mr. President, I have here the House report that came out on this 2021 reckless tax and spending bill. It's called American Rescue Plan 2021. This is a report of the Committee on the Budget, House of Representatives, to accompany H.R. 1319, February 24th, 2021. So I copied, instead of going through the whole 1,000-page document and bringing it here and throwing it on the floor, which is where it belongs, I copied page 215 and 216. What does it say about these bonus payments? They say right here, it applies, quote, during the public health emergency. The public health emergency is over. And it says in the payments, when you turn to the next page, they would go temporarily. Temporarily. That's their words, not mine. Well, Mr. President, COVID is over. Joe Biden lost. Democrats are in the minority. These Biden COVID bonus payments, they need to go away as well. They were just one more part of a big government giveaway, and now Chuck Schumer is here demanding that we make these bonus payments permanent. To me, temporary means temporary. It's not what the Democrats are demanding, just to keep the government open for 4 short weeks. It's preposterous. 12 years ago, in 2013, America faced another shutdown. At that time, Senator Chris Murphy of Connecticut sent out a press release. 2013, 12 years ago. In his press release, Senator Murphy of the minority party from Connecticut said this. He said, "There is a time and a place to debate health care." He went on to say, "But not when the funding of the federal government and all the lives that are impacted by it are hanging in the balance." He's not here today to hear those words, but his party needs to recognize that's exactly what they said 12 years ago. And today, Democrats like Senator Murphy are doing the very thing that he condemned here on this floor in his press release 12 years ago. Stunningly, the Democrats want to eliminate, of all things, the $50 billion Rural Health Transformation Fund. This is the fund that Republicans created to keep rural hospitals open. I'm a doctor. I practiced medicine in Wyoming for more than 20 years. I know what affordable, reliable, quality care means to our communities. They're lifelines to small communities. And yet yesterday on Meet the Press, the minority leader, Chuck Schumer, said rural hospitals are closing, so he wants to put the noose around their neck. This makes it worse. He is threatening, as part of his demand, to eliminate the $50 billion set aside for rural hospitals in America. Mr. President, last week I was at home in Wyoming. I attended a ribbon cutting in Pinedale for a new hospital. This is the first hospital ever in Sublette County, Wyoming. The nearest hospital is 85 miles away. There's another one 100 miles away. Depending on in the winter which roads are open, people in that community had to either drive 85 or 100 miles seeking health care. This is going to help the communities in Pinedale. It's going to save lives. It matters to those people. Yet the ransom note from Senator Schumer and the Democrats would shut it down, prevent all of these rural hospitals that are struggling, that we provided for in our comprehensive economic plan that we passed in July. Schumer wants to pull the plug on all of it. It's part of their bill. It's part of the ransom note. It's what the Democrats are trying to do. Let's be honest. The Democrats have a political problem. The far left, their radical wing, is demanding a shutdown of the government. Their caucus is divided. The American people overwhelmingly want the government to remain open, to provide vital services to the people. They know that it costs money to shut down the government. It costs even more to reopen the government. Democrats don't seem to care. What we have here is a clean, bipartisan, continuing resolution to fund the government for the next 7 weeks. The House of Representatives already passed it with a bipartisan vote. And it keeps the government open for 7 weeks at the current funding levels. So it doesn't cut anything. It says, let's just continue to work on appropriations bills. It gives Republicans and Democrats an opportunity to work on the budgeting for next year, the appropriations process, to keep the government open for the next year. President Trump's ready to sign it. It's here before the Senate and time to pass it. Senator Schumer has repeatedly bragged that Democrats never shut down the government when they were in the majority. I would remind the minority leader today that 13 times under Joe Biden, the Senate passed a clean, continuing resolution to keep the government open. We should do the same right now. Senator Schumer ought to remember those 13 times. Today should be no different. If this government shuts down, and it should not, it will clearly be a Schumer shutdown. Thank you, Mr. President. I yield the floor.